Hello and welcome to the lesson on main idea and supporting details. Main idea. So, you guys have probably heard the phrase main idea at least 100 times in your school career. So hopefully this won't seem like a new concept to you, but we're going to go over it anyway and make sure that everybody is really on point and knows what it is and how to find it. So first off, the main idea is the big point or the most important idea that the writer is communicating to you, the reader. Often the reader can find the main idea just by looking at the title. For example, a passage titled, "Why Students Should Have Less Homework" will include reasons for that idea. Let's look at an example. What's the point here? Read this short paragraph. Engineers create wealth for society. So, tennis is a game and the resources of the earth are scarce. Have you gone mad? Thus, the only solution is to educate the public on being socially responsible. Did this make any sense to you? Did you understand what I was reading? Of course not. It didn't have a main idea. We would go crazy if texts were written like this all the time. It was difficult to understand because it was made of different ideas that did not link. There was no common thread. The good news is that normal passages have main ideas. They don't look like that stream of consciousness that we just saw on the last page. So main idea. The main idea of any piece is like the heart of the text or a paragraph. It's the controlling idea. All the other supporting details in the text or within a paragraph should tell us more about that main idea. First thing you always want to do is ask yourself, who or what is this passage about? That's key in understanding the main idea. You need to know the subject or the topic that the author is writing about or trying to express and teach you about, or maybe even tell a story about. You always need to ask yourself, right when you begin reading, whatever it is, who or what is this passage about? Make sure you know that before moving forward. The topic sentence. Many paragraphs have topic sentences that indicate the main idea. Find the topic sentence in this paragraph. Homeless people have many problems. In winter, it's hard to stay warm and it gets too hot in summer. It's also hard to keep things safe without a home. Worst is the lack of privacy. Can you find the topic sentence in this paragraph? Is this what you put? Homeless people have many problems? Hopefully you did. And you probably noticed this is the very first sentence in the paragraph. And often that is commonly found. The first sentence is your main idea, but it's not always so. So be careful when answering questions or if you're asked this question on a quiz or a test. Let's talk about supporting details. Supporting details prove the value of the main idea. So what are they here? Here's our paragraph again. Homeless people have many problems. What are some of the supporting details that you can identify in this paragraph? Did you identify these? In winter, it's hard to stay warm. It gets too hot in the summer. Did you maybe also point out that it's hard to keep things safe? Or the lack of privacy? All of these, all four of these, are supporting details that help back up the idea that homeless people have many problems. Each one of these, hard to stay warm, gets too hot in summer, hard to keep things safe, and a lack of privacy. These are four different reasons, four different problems that homeless people may have. So let's switch to stated versus implied main ideas. Sometimes a paragraph has a stated main idea, usually in the topic sentence. And again, it's often in the first sentence. Not always, but usually. This means the paragraph says what the main idea is. You're being told directly by the author. However, sometimes a paragraph doesn't have a stated main idea. It has an implied main idea. This means that you, the reader, need to state the main idea in your own words because it doesn't actually say it in the paragraph. So let's look at an example of that. The Native Americans used the trees to build their houses. They hunted and trapped animals in the forest for food. They found roots and berries that they could eat. Some plants found in the forest were used for medicine. In this paragraph, the main idea isn't stated. However, by reading the paragraph, the reader can determine the main idea by asking what all of the details have in common. So let's look at some of these supporting details. They used the trees. They hunted and trapped animals in the forest. They found roots and berries that they could eat. Some plants found in the forest were used for medicine. Think about what's tying all of these different things together. We have trees, animals, roots and berries, plants in the forest. Everything here comes from where? What are all of these things? What would you consider all of these things? And then go back and think about who or what is this paragraph about and relate it back to the supporting details. See if you can come up with a main idea for this paragraph. So our who is the Native Americans? And what do all of these things have in common? The main idea that you should have come up with was that the Native Americans used resources in nature for food, shelter, and medicine. And you could vary that a little. You might say in the forest, or used things they found in the forest for food, shelter, and medicine, or just to live. You might not even be as specific as what they used those resources for. So TMI, too much information. All of the sentences in a paragraph should support the main idea of that paragraph. Information that does not support the main idea does not belong in the same paragraph. Okay, so let's take a look at the example on the next slide. See if you can find the extra information that does not support the main idea. Here's our paragraph, and our main idea is in blue. Maria offered to help her mother clean the house. She vacuumed the living room and dusted the furniture. She picked up the toys in the playroom. She ate a ham sandwich for lunch. Then she mopped the kitchen floor. Which sentence does not support the main idea? Did you get it? She ate a ham sandwich for lunch. Eating a ham sandwich doesn't help her mother clean the house at all. In fact, it probably makes more of a mess. So that definitely would not be a supporting detail, and it doesn't belong in the paragraph. So find this sentence that does not support the main idea in this paragraph. Winter provides the opportunity for many outdoor activities. Many people enjoy ice skating on a pond. Swimming in the pond in summer can also be fun. Skiing can be a thrilling experience too. After a new snowfall, you can even build a snowman. There's one obvious sentence in there that doesn't fit. Can you find it? Did you guess swimming in the pond in summer? If our main idea is all about winter providing opportunities, mentioning a pond or anything in summer is probably not going to fit correctly into the paragraph. One more. Soccer players learn many skills when playing soccer. Soccer players learn how to dribble and pass the ball. They also learn how to control the ball so they can eventually score. Most importantly, soccer players learn how to work together with their teammates. So what's the main idea here? Is it A, they also learn how to control the ball so they can eventually score? B, soccer players learn how to dribble? Or C, soccer players learn many skills when playing soccer? If you guessed C, you got that one right. Yes, the whole paragraph is all about the different skills that soccer players learn by playing on the team. Last one. Swimming is one thing that can be done at the beach. Snorkeling is another thing that can be enjoyed. Playing beach volleyball can be a lot of fun. It is also fun to look for shells. Some people simply like to sunbathe. What is the implied main idea? Remember, implied means your main idea is not here in the paragraph. You have to come up with the main idea on your own. Did you come up with there are lots of ways to enjoy the beach? Hopefully you did, or something similar to that, kind of covering all of the different things that can be done at the beach. So great job, everybody. You have successfully completed the lesson on main idea and supporting details.